Good morning, YouTube. We just getting getting a little early start. Need to move that over some, or I need to move over some. Y'all see my first YouTube advertisement. Wait, freaking that's awesome. It looks great. I was see, that's why I need to get back to work. I was fooling around in Walmart and I was looking at the posters and I was like, well, I wonder how can I get my because there's no way to plug it. I said, how can I get my pictures off of my phone and you know um you know to take some pictures. We've got everything on our phones, and I have what I call a an adventure wall, things that we've done together and our relationship, and pictures of each me and the missus, and I really have fun doing it. And it's been a while. It's been a while since I've put some stuff up, but I was actually cleaning up in here and throwing some stuff out. Hey, good morning, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. I was actually cleaning up in here and ran across some pictures that I need to put up on the wall. I think I'll do that today. Uh, I got to learn how to stop lifting crap and uh, just heal. So I'm not cooking anything. I'm not going to do anything. I might do some cleaning up in here today in this room, straighten it up because this room's been sitting like this for years. Um, and start making this room my own and fold all the clothes that are on that couch back there, fold them all up and put them somewhere. You know, it's Brady. Hey, good morning, official Jamie. And I forgot you were in Florida, but you on the other side of Florida, so you should be all right. Um, it's just constant rain. Um, the power went out. Just the power went out literally. Um, 10 minutes before I was, because I was gonna get up and I said, let me just get up and do something. And the power went out, and I went and looked around. I went and got my portable battery powered generator. Um, and was just checking the house and doing the manly thing. Um, and I looked outside where I normally I get like this deluge that hits my front door, but I cleaned the gutters a while back and put these new sponge type things right there, so it's not blocking it. So I didn't get that waterfall effect that I usually get right there. But other than that, it's just been other than that, it's just been a constant rain. Not like really bad. It's supposed to come right through here. Probably, I don't think it'll be a hurricane by then. It's supposed to come through here. Um, it'll probably be downgraded to a tropical storm. The only problem is where I live, I got some really tall trees, but they say the wind is only going to be around 20 to 24 miles an hour. I've driven through that. You I've literally driven through that type of weather, so that doesn't. But I'm probably gonna like sit out in the garage with the garage door open and just hang out there. I like because we haven't had rain here so long. Um, it's time for me to undo the hoses and my remote watering system and stuff, and put that stuff up. It's time to give up the ghost and let it what's going to happen happen. But right now, I'm at 5 or 6 inches for the week. I mean, oh, hold up, let's take a look here. Doo-doo. I have a thing that actually tracks the water, because like you farmers worry about that, but I like right now for the week I've got 5.6 inches of rain. Um, and it's just been constant the last 3 days. And let's see, look at the doo-doo. Look at the weather channel. Let's see what the radar looks like. It's when yeah. Let's see if you guys can see it. That little that I guess the red is supposed to be the path of the hurricane. I think. Don't quote me on that. That the blue dot is me, and that's what's going on around here. Oh, really? Screensaver. But actually, right when I get off of work, that's when the big downpour should start coming in. Yeah, right when and then by 10 a.m. it should be gone. Yeah, by 10 it should be gone. But we'll see. We shall see. The only the only problem I have living here is whoever built these properties didn't um, grade the the neighbor right, and it literally a strong storm like this, I'm gonna get a waterfall coming over my coming over my ninja rigged retaining wall, and I will be flooded out. And that's what I was trying to tell my other neighbor, because he's seen that I put a whole he could see the pipe that's coming out of my lawn, because I literally had to dig a drain, because during these storms like this, I would get flooded out. The backyard would be a river. I have like a small short that shows that it would be a river. So I finally spent um you know a day in making a makeshift drain, and it was crazy because I didn't have to dig, because it was like a valley from 20, 30 years of this going on. It just eroded away. So I you know had a dump truck come in, and then I went to Lowe's and got some gravel, and I laid I laid the pipe, and but I put mesh under it and along it, and then poured some gravel on it, and closed the mesh up, and emptied all of that dump truck dirt over it, and leveled it out. And earlier today, I just dug it up, but it's still not enough. In a strong storm, it goes into that drain and over it. So, sometime next summer, I'd like to make another pipe, see if I could figure that, going down there. But that's the only thing I go through. And plus, I have really, I don't want to jinx anything, but I have really tall trees. So a windy storm ain't really cool to be in the house with these type of trees. But we have insurance. Um, yeah, but uh, that part of it, like I said, 20 mile an hour shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that make you that nervous, make me that nervous. But but it's coming up, and then it's heading north. It's heading north. Then it's going to curve to the left and head towards Tennessee, and head into Tennessee. So hopefully, folks um, are going to be okay, that way. But I'll let y'all know because I'm gonna be up on this. But I was wanted you to see, did anybody, Mike or Jamie, did you notice my first YouTube poster I had it made yesterday. It's a little it's a little fuzzy, but it I mean, what do you expect? You have to have some serious megapixels or maybe 4K when you stretch something out that big. But I was so excited. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's my wife, of course, and we was on vacation. And but it's one of my morning thumbnails, and I really enjoyed it. And that's really the blessing that I can say. Um when I look at it, we've actually been together in April, and I think it should be we're going on 10 years in April, and we'll be married. We'll be married uh, eight for eight. Cause I told her, just like some of you guys say, I was like, look, I never, I never had a chance to experience a real marriage. I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a real relationship, and it's been a blast. And I look back at it, and I didn't realize we've been together this long, and it kind of feels real brand new still. And I'm happy that I can feel that way. You know what I'm saying? That when you know what I'm saying, when you've been through something, you know. But talking about surviving the storms, it could be anything. Like surviving this storm. People get in Florida, y'all get ridiculous down there. You get ridiculous. You know, you got to fill up the gas tank. They empty out the aisles in the supermarkets. Okay, and that's my question. These storms come. There's not one. There's not two. They got freaking lists for all year, every year. Why don't you prepare for stuff like this kind of sort of earlier, during the you know, during the off season of hurricane season? Why don't why don't set yourself up? It's like, Urban says, you know, you keep water, but the bad part is you can't keep it in plastic containers because that leaches a chemical of like synthetic estrogen, but you can get like big, you know, find something that you could have a backup for, so that when everybody's going buku crazy, you're already set up. It's like, certain places that they have to run generators. Have that, they have certain types of tanks that you ever see them on the back of the pickup truck that, it's got like a tank in it. You can get one 20, 30, 40 gallons. Um, why not have something like that? You don't want to have it in probably in your garage if you're really careful, or have it, in a shed that you have all that built up and then recycle it around. Like one week you're running low, pump some gas into a container and put that in your vehicle so you can recycle that gas because gas does go bad. Um, have food ready. See, and I'm that way too. We're so set in our ways that we're not ready for if something really happens. And what I mean by that, a lot of us big bags won't be able to survive because we're so used to eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and two or three snacks a day. And then if you needed the water, oh, I gotta wash my behind. I gotta wash this. We gotta wash the dishes. Well, what if something goes on and you need to have your water to drink? What if something goes down? What happens if the grid just goes off? When you lose power, half of us don't know what to do if Kroger ain't open. A lot of us need to start listening to these homesteaders, these gardeners, and people that's you know learning how to store food, how to dry food, because you don't know what's going to happen. I got I got 48 hours worth of dry goods that last 22 years. I'll be dead before I eat it. But you know, how can you survive if you're not going to be prepared? You know, how can you survive if you're not willing to compromise? What do I mean by that? I was I looked at a picture yesterday and then I threw it out. That that ain't got nothing to do with what I was saying about compromise, but I threw it out because two of the people in the picture caused me nothing but pain and destruction. But the one was my son was in the picture, and I looked at the picture. I said, just because he's in this picture don't mean I need to keep it. Boop, throw it away. And a lot of times when we go through stuff like that, like trauma or destruction or whatever, say, well, never again. I'm not gonna have nobody tell me what to do. I'm not gonna have nobody, you know, do these other things, and I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. And I learned that mess don't work. All it's gonna do is make you miserable. Hold on. All it's gonna do is make you miserable. And I prefer to find ways to compromise and laugh about it because I learned that these things are part of life, I guess. I just noticed I'm like all kind of, not color coordinated. I found this. This is a headband that the wife had got me on the cruise that was with put some crazy colors on it. Uh, some crazy colors on it, but it's just it's like right now I can it's still it's still raining, and I know the river in the backyard. I wish I had some light out there to show you. I know it's running. The river's running strong right about now. My son's probably wondering where I am, but I I don't want him learning how to drive. Not yet. He ain't ready for that. That it's pushing too much to be riding in the rain. I needed him to stop in dry land for a few times before we start doing driving in the rain. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to keep that we're trying to keep that in perspective the best way we possibly can. Mike, I keep seeing buttons I want to press. Share, share screen, mute, edit. I just play with the emojis. Yeah, I think I'll just play with the emojis and leave it at that. Um, yeah, we got nothing better to do. But see, this is the thing. Sometimes you need. Sometimes when we say surviving the storm, and we think it's a bad thing, but sometimes you need that strong wind, you need that rain, you need you know that thunder and lightning, and you need when they say, do you know that thunder and lightning, I believe thunder, no, lightning makes ozone, and it helps replenish the ozone layer. I don't quote me on that, but I'm just thinking about that. And sometimes you need that that rain to come in and white and wash away all of the dirt, in reality, wash away all of the grime and some of the stuff in your life. And in reality, we need that water to feed our plants. We need that water to feed the animals. We need that water to feed my lawn, to to revitalize it, because it's going to go dormant anyway. But it doesn't need to be dead. We need that water. And a lot of times people, oh, it's got to come. It's gonna come. It's got to come. It's got to clean up. It's got to do what it's got to do. And sometimes you need a strong winds to clean up a bad situation. Oh, it's pouring now. You're probably getting the outer bands of it or something. Yeah, be safe because when that thing it starts swirling. even though it's up, wait a minute, up on the other side, the outer bands probably coming around that way and hitting you, you know? Good morning, Melissa Fugamala. Welcome in. See, see, you could be in that storm, get your workout on with with a either a rain jacket or an umbrella while it's blowing it all over the place. Oh shoot! By by the time the storm gets to Mike, it'll be a it'll be a snowstorm. Oh, shoot! And you know the thing the thing about trying to I'm just oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, Hurricane. We were just joking. Please forgive me. Oh, Jesus. I was going to get the heart, but nobody sees it anyway. That's so stupid. Where did they get this stuff from? You know? Oh man, YouTube needs to have something on here that would allow me to do some of my videos, man. If they would do that, man, that would be great. But sometimes you have to, for to live in areas, that you have to be ready and or prepared. We've got a lot of people in our YouTube streets that be preaching be preaching to us, and they're telling us that we need to be prepared. But are you listening? Am I listening? Do you have supplies if something happens? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how to go in repairs things if something happens? Probably not. Uh I wish I had some extra money. I'd get me an old diesel powered car to get me around. Because there's a way where you can make biodiesel and you put it in an old diesel, not the ones with this DEF in it, but the old diesels, and be driving around in your car or your pickup truck or whatever, be smelling like French fries. You smell like French fries, but that's worst case scenario. But having some extra water, having extra supplies, having first aid kit, having you know a bug out bag. Y'all don't even know what that is, do you? But that's an emergency bag. So if you got to go, you snatch that and just go. Have a place where every family member knows to meet if something goes down or something happens at home. Are you ready for that? You know, or a secondary place to find each other. We're so selfish that we don't even think about calling our family members unless it's some kind of drama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think the only people that would call me would be my brother Kevin, my sister, my son, and Charles. Those are the only people I know that would see if they could get in touch with me, contact with me. You know, but are you ready to survive? And like I said, I'm just talking about this storm right now. But are you ready to survive the storms that you're going through in life? I went through some tsunamis and typhoons, and you get so punchy. You get so punchy that when everything is normal and quiet, you're actually terrified. Like, okay, when is the next thing gonna happen? When is it coming? And you're like y'all tensed up. You know what I mean? Look, I talked, spoke you into existence. What's going on, man? Welcome in, Charles. Y'all tensed up. Hey, how's it looking at your house? We lost power for a little bit this morning, but other than that, it's just been constant rain, constant rain. I'm happy you got that your back deck repaired. You'd have been flooded out, bro. Oh man, especially this mess. You'd have been flooded out. Just saying. But we normally don't get. Oh, really? You on where you at? You on 75 or 85? Where you at? Are you heading south or north or east or west? But oh, it must got bad. When the wife stops and wakes you up, y'all ain't seen some videos that this man had put out. He would send them to me. They would drive through White House and all kind of stuff. So when she stops and says, "Hey Charles, you need to get up and drive," yo, it's oh man, you gonna cross through it anyway. It's coming your way, bro. But it's supposed to be head. It's supposed to take a left turn and head into Tennessee around round. I was looking and said it's supposed to be done here around like 9. I know that's right. Are you loaded? That's the thing about driving through the storms in a truck. You really want to be loaded. You want to be loaded down. The heavier, the better. Well, that ain't too bad. I mean, 51,000. But aren't those are those trailers top heavy? It just depends on how you load it. That's the one thing about the top heavy trailer. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, that's what I was looking for. And nah, you good. 79,860. Jeez. Nah, you good. Just take your time. Take your time, be safe. And I'm saying that I'm saying that to the crazy person. Hey, hey Charles, what do you think of my poster? Wait a minute. Pow! I just put it up with some regular tape, but I need to see about framing it. framing it, and yeah, regular tapes. This probably gonna fall down. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. We're just talking about surviving this mess. You know, people it used to crack me up. They go running in, get all the bread and milk, the bread and the milk, and that's why a lot of times I think the supermarkets are loving it. Look, yeah, storm's coming. All right, well, we don't really need to do a inventory. They're gonna clean us out anyway, so we'll just put in an order for a couple more trucks. Yeah, that ain't a small picture. That's a big old poster. I had it made yesterday. I had it made yesterday. I was in Walmart playing around. I said, Let me get." I said, "For my studio slash garbage heap in here." But it's gonna take a minute to clean up in here. But we got it. We got it. We got it. We'll fix it up. Um, because I want to get like a John Deere banner, put it up there, and a few other things. So this because use Alan Walker alone as music. Okay, you lost me. Use Alan Walker alone as music. I would probably have some music, but here's the funny thing. I had kept this for years and never read it. But guess what I'm throwing out today? I found it back here. Um, yeah, he got to go. I didn't even crack this open yet. But you step into your purpose. He steps in front of other people, bends over. Yeah, no, that's going towards the garbage. That's going toward the garbage this morning. I was looking at some books that I need to save. Let's see, this one. I think this is Norma's. Uh, Dream, inspire, create. I think I'm gonna read that. I need to read that one. And this is some decorations for my the cruise doors. I need to put that stuff together and just it really just kind of sort of straighten up in here, you know, make it look a little bit better. And now y'all can actually see these are boxes of comic books right there, Christmas stuff. But you know, what? Turn- I don't know. I think I'm going through midlife midlife crisis. I'm having hot flashes. Just be getting hot. Just be getting hot. Is that a midlife crisis, or is it just the blubber on me, just insulating me and making me hot? I'm just wondering. Is it just the winter the me getting ready for winter insulating and wondering why am I so hot? And me building up on the energy from all this junk food I've been eating. No, but it, I used to I used to get nervous when because we used to always cruise during um hurricane season. And the reason why you would use the cruise during hurricane season is because, you know, the value or the prices go down because it's not, peak season. But now these cruise companies done lost their mind and they charging all this extra money, like, hey, if I'm going, okay, okay, got you. Be careful, man. And I said to myself, if I'm going to be running from these storms and going in there with in being in the storms, I can take it. I'm not afraid of it because I was ex Navy. I've been in storms before, but the wife can't. She gets seasick. You don't want to take the pills. Don't want to do this. Don't want to do that, and you get sick. But then when you look and like, man, this is stupid. We running from a storm, we're running into a storm, the clouds are dark, and that's not fun. But again, what I said earlier is sometimes you got to drive through the storm to get the job done. You got to make it to the end. That's why I'm blessed with good friends. Sometimes you need someone to talk you through the storm. Sometimes you need someone to know that can reach for a hand, for a helping hand, that someone can point you in the right direction. Because guess what? Just like the storm that's coming that we're going through right now, it ain't gonna last. It's not gonna last. So if you're going through something, just look at this. When is it ending? When am I going? Which way is it going? So if the storm is heading west, I'm going east. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of this. You know what I'm saying? If the storm is going west, I need to go east. But like Charles got to do, he's got to head south, and then he's got to go southwest. And then the storm is coming north and going what northwest. So he's, one you might be lucky enough they might miss it or go dead in, dead in and dead through, straight through it. And the crazy part about these storms is in the eye is the calmest part. Isn't that crazy? Okay, wow. Okay, did I say something spooky? Because the 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 door the the desk drawer opened up. Like somebody said, "Okay, you're saying something I don't like. Ooh, sorry, please forgive me." Uh-oh, I think I pissed somebody off. But that's why, a lot of times when you have to go through the storm, find someone that's been through some storms so they can guide you through it. We used to have great grandma or grandma. There's generations moving on. We used to have the great grandmas, grandpa, to talk to to, to say, nah, you be all right. I've been there, done that, been through it already. You'll be okay. And it's funny how a goofy person tells us we're gonna be okay, we get mad. But when someone that's done been through it and made it to the other side, they say you'll be all right. You'll be all right, and we understand. You know, um, we understand. And ain't that the crazy part? I miss being able to invite someone to come up to talk to. But I'm using YouTube. We're using YouTube, and then you web stream. We're using YouTube. Let me stop. Look at them. That says I could just hit buttons, man. It'll be like, uh oh. We don't want to just keep hitting buttons. Oh man. But my thing is, like right now, the sun will be up in about 30 minutes. Good morning. Okay, let me make sure I do that right. Good morning, most hated bronze flat power guy. Your name is about as long as mine. Yeah, you're not the only retard I hit. Yeah, look, if it wasn't for us, if it wasn't for the truck drivers, and you know they gearing up to head into Florida because because after all of this, they don't wiped everybody out. Everybody, you're gonna need the gas, the gas trucks, and the fuel trucks. Then you're gonna need all of the bread and the milk. They done decimated the corporations making money, but are we? It, it was a question. A guy, a guy asked, and I think it was on TikTok, and he says, "Are you married or single?" She says, "I'm married." And he asked this question, and the woman said, "Is he happy?" And she couldn't answer. She said, "Is he happy?" She couldn't answer, and that's scary. That's scary to me because I know I tell you all the time, I'm happy as heck. I'm okay. I'm okay because I'm married. I'm okay because I'm happy. I'm okay because I get to, I started my channel just so I can have a recording of like, hey, life is going halfway decent now. I need to have a recording of this so when it goes to crap, I can look back and reminisce on the good time. You know what I'm saying? So when it goes to crap, I could reminisce on the good times, and then it just morphs from there. It morphed into something else. It grew into an addictional habit of growing and trying to grow my front lawn and and small engines and repairs and stuff. It grew into something else, and I've always stayed thankful. and I've always stayed humble. You guys look at me talking down to myself, but I don't want to have a swelled head. I don't want to think that my crap doesn't stink because I know it gets real funky. That's why I have stinky booty confessions, by the way. Um, I want to make sure that I'm ever so thankful for what I got because it can be taken away at any point in time. Today's gonna be leftover day because I've been cooking for like 3 days straight, so we're gonna have leftovers today. Um, but that's okay too. um, Probably gonna have me out walking, so then give me a good rest and get out there and get to stepping and get to exercising and get to controlling the joyfulness. No, let me stop. I'm just making up words. I'm just making up words right now. Uh, good morning, Urban. How you doing? But see, another thing, because I used to work in this is years ago, long time ago. I don't know if they still do it, but you can only have a certain amount of time to restock the shelves in the supermarket. And do you know a lot of times you think that they take the new stuff and put it in the back. A lot of times they don't. They just push the old stuff back there and put the new stuff in the front so you could be quicker. So you just beep, 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 put it right there, push it. The only ones that don't do that, I see are the guys that deliver the potato chips and stuff like that. And those are the only guys that I see that actually do it. But I remember that. So if you're looking for the new stuff, a lot of times it's gonna be right in the front. Don't reach in the back and just look. If you do, look at the expiration date, and that's why the wife always has me checking the expiration date on the sodas. Never buy your sodas from Walmart. All them sodas are flat. I don't know what how long they've been sitting there or whatever. And we ain't supposed to be drinking, so I know for all you health nuts, you ain't supposed to be drinking no sodas and no um anything in plastic containers because we all can't afford Boss. Boss is one of the only orders that's in glass, which I think they should change that. Um, but okay, I drew a blank. I just drew a blank. I think I need to go downstairs and get me some coffee. But I'm going to spend the day surfing YouTube and putting up some pictures that I put in the frames and put those. I'm going to be putting those on my adventure wall. This is I have a specific wall that I put of all of our adventures on, and then I'm going to be doing that today. And Jesus, takes rust off a nail. Yeah, that is kind of true. that is kind that the sad part is they're putting stuff in the water. There's stuff in the water. We don't know how many per billions, whatever. Um, that's the sad part. And we don't know which who to trust when you get the filtered water. That and that's that's the scary part. We're being poisoned, and I mean I got no recourse of what to do. We're being poisoned by our food. We're being poisoned by our environment. Do y'all know someone said that they're they're turning back on 3 Mile Island. I know for you old folks, it's a nuclear reactor. They're turning that back on. And isn't that one of the places where they screwed up and there was a lot of uh don't ask it for me. I know that's right. But I it's to the point where you got to pick your poison. Well, I can have this or this. Either one is going to damage me, but this one's going to damage me a whole lot less than that one. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I was thinking if something went down and you couldn't get your hands on the water, and I know this sounds crazy, get you a dehumidifier. A dehumidifier takes the moisture out of the air and places it in a container at the bottom. You would have water right there. Isn't that crazy? I was just thinking about that. Thinking about that. Mold, boil it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But guess what? It needs filtering, but you'd have water. I was just thinking about that. You take it out of there and put it in a filter, filter that out, and but you'd have water. I'm talking like, oh man, really? Be careful. Dehumidifiers are not water not safe as is. Okay. Well, look, we all learned something. But what if you just ain't had no water and you need to drink? You gonna need to drink something. No, no, I'm look, okay, let me explain this. I was just thinking about it. We are not professionals here. Do not follow anything that I'm saying because I ain't got no sense. And we all know that. I have no knowledge of nothing. And we all know that. So don't paint me, an expert. I'm not an expert in relationships. I'm not an expert in love. I'm not an expert in money. I'm not an expert in truck driving. I'm not an expert in survival. I was just saying something. So let's just all just know this. This is for entertainment purposes only. The owner of this site has no idea what he's doing, just likes doing it. So let's re-emphasize that at this point in time. It's it's just we got constant rain, quick and peace, and good morning, good morning. And I don't know if good morning, Urban. I don't know if I've said it. That's see, that's a talk of a bunch of water purification. Water. Okay, I said that. Uh, I didn't say that correctly. Get a bunch of water purification tablets and store them. I'm saying have like a bin in your garage or something, like a rubber, container that you could have an emergency setup, um, an emergency, supplies. Get one of those filters that filters out the dirtiest of dirty water. Just have it set. Because you're going to need water more than anything else, even in the flood. You can only go a couple of days without having water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, I think it's coming your way, Odom. So be prepared. I think the storm's supposed to be coming your way, Odom. So be prepared. Just be safe and be prepared. Here about- yeah, yeah. What's going on with that, Urban, is they haven't signed a contract with the longshoremen, and they're going to shut them down because they're trying to make the ports automatic, automated. And the longshoremen are saying, "Nah, we the ones that load and unload these container ships, and we want our jobs." So they're going to shut them down. They're going to shut them down. It's always all about the money. We want you to do this, we want you to do that. It's the same thing with these automated um yard dogs. The yard dog is what they move the trailers around to put it in the dock, and they're more and more coming out that they're coming out with these robotic yard dogs taking jobs away from truckers, truck drivers or whatever. And I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. Gotcha. Just hopefully, hopefully, these storms start to lose their power over land. So hopefully it'll because it's only going to be like 20 miles. The wind's going to be 20 miles an hour here. So they hopefully the wind speed will start dying down and dissipate when it gets to you guys. It gets to you. Exactly. And this replaced, and that's what I was kind of sort of saying. You know, you need to build up your stocks. You need to build up what you need. You need to to prepare, because even if it ain't a storm, sometimes man-made storms are going to happen, and that's one of them. They're going to, we used to be the place where you could get all of the goods, but now we rely on China. We rely on other countries way much than we should have, because a lot of the regular workers don't want to be the regular workers no more. And then we have people that come across the border that don't mind being the regular workers and have a wad of money that fat doing regular worker stuff, being an electrician, a plumber, roofer, lawn care, uh, repairman, auto repair, you know, uh, you know, just the regular workers. And we used to have all of that. We used to have manufacturing jobs, but then everybody gets. I don't know. I'm starting to mess here. Everybody gets so greedy, you know. Like we can barely afford a car now. Then they would like the union. We were going to be our guys that make these cars going to be making six figures. Well, guess who's going to have to pay for that? The guy that buys the car. And who makes enough to get $100,000 car? And that ain't no Lamborghini. That's a Toyota Tacoma. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yep, Irvin, prepare y'all. And but see, I was saying this earlier, Crooked Piece. The We're not prepared to listen to the homesteader. We're not prepared to listen to the you guys that are working in the yard and making doing the vegetables and we're not prepared to listen because we just see it as entertainment and not saying that and not saying you guys are wrong. You guys are throwing out, you know, the the red flag saying, hey, be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared for the storm. Be prepared for the hurricanes. Be prepared for the tropical storms. Be prepared for the pandemics. Be prepared for the snowstorm that come every year. Be prepared. But we know, I can go to Kroger. I can go to Kroger. Well, what if Kroger gets hit by a tornado? Oh my God. The government's not helping now. You shouldn't be worried about the government. You be worried about your family. I'm just saying. Exactly. We so true, Peace. Obesity and sickness. You know, no one's gonna come save you. That part. No one's gonna come. And when you prepare, at least you know, like I know my I know if we run out of stuff, I'm heading towards Charles' house. Cause I know he got a generator. I got him one. It took me forever to pay that off, but I got him one. I know he gonna defend. I can look. Him and his son, they gonna defend their stuff. So I'm gonna bring whatever we got. And look, we're gonna bunker in with the families. Bring my stuff. The only thing I need to learn is learn how to go hunt. To go into go or even this, go with some country folks that go into the woods and say, look, you see that plant right there? You can eat that. You see them mushrooms that are on the side of the tree? You can eat that. You see that over there? You see them nuts? Don't eat those, but you can eat those. Those are good. And you know what I'm saying? All the crickets killing me. Country folks survive because it's been handed down to them. It's been handed down to them. This day and age, you try to build something for your family. As soon as you gone, it's on the chopping block for sale. So I could get a Gucci bag, or I could get this. I could get an F. I could get that F-350. I could get an F-350, but can't afford the insurance. Soon as my father on his death, damn near passed away, my cousin was driving around his F-350 King Ranch, long bed, beautiful freaking truck. Said, "Oh, Grandma, I'll make payments on it." He just said it to me, "I'll make payments on it." Got drunk and totaled the thing. Didn't make no payments on it. Didn't even pay the 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 insurance on it. I didn't know how bad it was until they sent me pictures. It was totaled. I told my mother I would take over payments for it. She only owed like 13,000, but I didn't see the pictures yet. Everybody started using me, and Darren said he would do this and that. Wait a minute. I said if it's feasible to get it fixed. I even asked permission from the wife, but I looked at it and said, no, this is done. You know exactly. You need to know hunting skills, hunting skills, and butchering skills. Because yeah, anybody can shoot and kill an animal, but you got to know how to butcher him. You got to know what there's certain stuff that you got to take out of him as soon as you kill that animal, or the meat's gonna go bad. You know what I'm saying? You got to know where to kill that animal. You don't just get out there in the woods and you see that deer. You gonna be eating slugs for dinner. But hey, you might want to wait a few hours. He said, "I'm not eating no mushrooms unless someone eats them in front of me." You might want to wait a few hours because they might turn. The next thing you know, they got bumps on their face, all kind of. You might want to wait a few hours. Hey, cooking pizza. You see my. This is that was my poster for my channel poster. Like, welcome to my channel. uh, let's see. Yeah, dressing and butchering. I have to build the stomach up for that. Hey, what's going on, She? Hi, hey, how's the roads out? How's the roads out here? Out there? I'm not going nowhere today. I'm just gonna sit in the driveway with an umbrella. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Let's see. Good morning, Sheed. We here. Good morning, Tamika Davis. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah. Um, but my emotions are out of whack. I mean, I'm always really highly emotional, but my emotions are way out of whack. Way out of whack. I need to get back in the regular working again. You know. Mm. Ah, let's see. Oh yeah, see, I had a feeling. See, most of the Georgians, most of the people that are from Georgia moved away, and all of the replaced by every all the idiots that have came from all of the other states of the United States. They can't drive, and they make up the people that are on the road right about now. I, I had some the other day, but lately I don't. I think I keep on saying it, but I think either I'm gonna have the leftover roast chicken, today on just not eat nothing. I'm gonna see how I feel. Um, 45 on the interstate. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody's scared and nervous. Yes, sir. All right, guys. We've just talked about a whole lot of nothing this morning. And we had fun. I had fun. I don't know about you. You probably got a brain fog and your ears are bleeding, but I had fun. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming in and being part of the live. We broke the record for a YouTube live. 10 people, but gotta go because uh coming up next is Wellness with Fukumama. Get your workout on. What? Get your workout on. And your positive morning affirmations. And hopefully you get it. Yeah, exactly. And check out Urban Garden Chronicles Saturday morning. What time you coming on? But Urban comes on every Saturday morning. I can't remember what time because I'm old and fragile. But check Urban out. Look for her this Saturday morning. And like again, coming up next, Wellness with Frugal Mama. As always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and we love you on this channel, and God loves you too. Stay blessed and have a wonderful weekend. Deuces. Wait a minute. She said it 9 a.m. Eastern, but not sure if I can do it tomorrow. Okay, we'll be looking for you. All right. Deuces.